Hi everybody, it's Cathryn from In the Pink Designs. Happy Friday. My project today is a no-cut treat box for Halloween that measures 3 by 3.5 by 1/2. Okay, and it just opens, it's tied closed with a ribbon. You open it up and there's Skittles. I attached this with a glue dot on the back. Now I tied this closed with just the ribbon. You could do a Velcro dot here if you wanted to, but if you're going to make a lot, I would think that you wouldn't want to put all those on. Alright, so I just tied mine with the ribbon, and that was it. Alright, so what we need today, I'm using the Fluffiest Friends bundle. This is an online only stamp and die set. You won't find this in one of the catalogs. It's adorable. I love it. Lots of animals. The sentiments, this doesn't have sentiments, so I'm using the sentiments from Be My Valentine. Alrighty, so I have the Be Mine at the bottom and the Happy Valentine's Day inside. Alright, you could put the DSP here too if you wanted to. I didn't do that. Alright, so this is my host code. Please put that in for any purchases under $150, not including your tax and shipping. Alright, from the Fluffiest Friends dies, I cut this branch from Early Espresso, two sets of leaves from Old Olive Cardstock, and the hive from Daffodil Delight, and then I just inked the edges a little bit to give it a little bit of dimension with Daffodil Delight ink. Okay, and we need 3 pieces of the Be Mine Designer Series paper that are 2 3/4 by 3 1/4. Some basic white for stamping, and you can get 2 of these boxes out of each sheet of Designer Series paper. The size is 3 by 9.5. Alrighty. So let me get my Simply Score. As I said, there's no cutting with this, so you could get these done pretty quickly. Alright, so we're going to only score on the 9.5-inch side, and you're going to score at 1.5, 2, 5.5, and 6, and that's it. And with the decoration, I added in the tree and the hive and all of that. You don't have to if you want to make it simpler if you're doing a lot. Alright, so I'm just going to fold and burnish all of these. And that's basically your box right there. And as I said before, if you want this not to tie with a ribbon only, you can put a Velcro dot. I would put the 3/8 inch Velcro dot on there if you're going to. Okay, so let's get our Designer Series paper, and I put one inside so that I can put the sentiment in there and one on the back, but you really don't have to do either one of them, especially the back one. Alright, but we're not going to put them on quite yet. We have to do a little bit of stamping. I only use the Daffodil Delight ink to ink the edges of the hive. Alright, for the inside one, we're going to put Happy Valentine's Day from the Be Mine stamp set. Okay, and then for the front piece, we need Tuxedo Black. And we're going to do the Be Mine on the bottom left. And again, these are from the Be My Valentine stamp set. And then from the Fluffiest Friends stamp set, I'm going to take the bees and I'm going to put them up in this top left corner. Alright, and now we can put our Designer Series paper on. Oh, that's not the one I'm doing. Alright, I'm going to put this one in here, this one on the front, and this one on the back with liquid glue. Okie dokie. And we'll just let that dry for a minute while we do our stamping and coloring in. Now this would go good for the Be My Valentine stamp set too. If you wanted to do any of the bees, you could put that on there too. Alright, so we need our basic black and the bear and Tuxedo Black ink again. And there is a matching die from the Fluffiest Friends die set, which I will cut out with. Alright, now I'm using a bunch of Stampin Blends. We're using light and dark pecan pie, dark crumb cake, light and dark real red, dark smoky slate, light pool party, and dark daffodil delight. Alright, so I'm going to start with this, and I'm just going to color in the honey that's going over the edge of the pot. And then I'll do the real red. Alright, I'm going to take the light real red and just kind of go over the bottom first. Alright, and then I'm going to put just a little bit of dark on the bottom, about halfway up. And then I'm just going to finish it off with the light. Alright, and I'm going to put the inside of the pot, color the inside of the pot with dark real red. Alright, now I'm going to do the snout with dark crumb cake. Now you can do the coloring as simple as or as complicated as you want to. I'm going to take the dark smoky slate and fill in the pads on the bottom of his foot. And then I'm going to take light and dark pecan pie. I'm going to put some dark pecan pie, a light pecan pie, I'm sorry, over everywhere that they put a little mark, like the fur marks. That just is where I kind of want to shade it. Alright, and then we'll add in some dark over those. Right, and then I'm just going to finish up with light. Okay, and there's our bear. Alright, now what we're going to do, this one I put Skittles, this one I'm going to put Twizzlers, but you could put the M&Ms in here too if you want. And I'm going to put 2 glue dots to secure it in there. You can put one of the bigger glue dots if you want to. Just put one. Alright, then I'm going to close it. And I'm going to get the Real Red ribbon from the Real Red and Burlap ribbon combo pack. And then I'm just going to tie this closed. Or you could use a glue dot and then just put a bow on there. Not a glue dot, a Velcro dot. Alright, and we want the ribbon to go right above the Be Mine sentiment. And then I'm going to just cut off the edges. I'm going to leave it a little bit long so that it's easier to retie. Alright, now we need all of our little die cuts. And I'm not going to be putting the whole entire branch on. I am going to just want this much of it. So I don't want this branch top piece. So what I'm going to do is just go like that And I'm going to cut off most of it. I'll take the rest off after we attach it. Just putting a little bit of glue on and spreading it out. There we go. And then I'm going to take the hive and put it right all the way as far to the left on the DSP as I can get it. And covering up some of the branch, because these are our background pieces there. And then we need our leaves. I'm going to put these right like that. And the other ones are going to come down over a little bit touching the hive from off the stem right onto the hive there. All right, and then I'm just going to cut that off right on the edge. Okie dokie. All right. Then we just need to put our bear on with dimensionals. Okay, and then I'm just going to kind of center him the best I can. Right down over the ribbon. All right, and the one thing that I didn't do was I'm going to color in the bee bodies with dark Daffodil Delight, and then the wings with light Pool Party. You don't really have to do the wings if you don't want to. All right. And that's the coloring and then the placement. All right, and then for the final touch, I'm going to be using the Tinsel Gems 4-pack, and I'm going to use the Lemon Lime Twist ones. And I'm going to put a large one over the hole in the hive, and a small one right on the edge of the honey there. Give it a little shine. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, my email is below, along with the links to my blog and my shop, and the link to join if you'd like to take advantage of the joining offer. All right. Have any questions? My email is below. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye.